When humanity places its hopes on a revolutionary piece of technology, the stakes are inevitably high. SpaceX's Starship, hailed as the vessel that could make humans a multiplanetary species, carries more than just cargo. It carries our dreams of survival, exploration, and progress. But what if it fails? What would be the repercussions of such a setback, not just for SpaceX, but for humanity as a whole? SpaceX's Starship is not just another spacecraft, it's a symbol of innovation and ambition. With its immense payload capacity, potential for reuse, and ability to reach Mars, it promises to redefine space travel. However, when a project of this scale becomes the cornerstone of humanity's future in space, its failure could ripple across industries, nations, and global morale. One of Starship's most significant promises is its ability to establish a sustainable human presence on Mars. Elon Musk and SpaceX have repeatedly emphasized that Mars colonization isn't just a dream, it's a necessity for the long-term survival of our species. If Starship fails to deliver, the timeline for Mars exploration and settlement could face decades-long delays. Alternative technologies exist, but none are as advanced or cost-effective as Starship. The failure would force a re-evaluation of how humanity approaches interplanetary travel, potentially sidelining Mars ambitions in favor of less challenging goals like lunar bases or orbital habitats. SpaceX has poured vast resources into the Starship program, with billions of dollars invested in research, development, and testing. A catastrophic failure could jeopardize SpaceX's financial stability and erode investor confidence. The broader space industry, heavily reliant on SpaceX's innovations, might face a slowdown in progress, as many companies and government agencies partner with or build on SpaceX's technology. Additionally, Starship is pivotal to NASA's Artemis program, particularly for landing humans on the moon. A failure could derail these plans, forcing NASA to seek alternatives, delaying humanity's return to the lunar surface. Space exploration has always been a source of inspiration. When the Apollo 11 astronauts landed on the moon, the entire world celebrated a collective human achievement. Starship represents a similar beacon of hope in an era where climate change, global conflicts, and economic instability dominate headlines. A failure would be more than just a technical setback, it would be a psychological one. People across the globe, inspired by SpaceX's bold vision, could lose faith in humanity's ability to achieve monumental goals. This demoralization might lead to reduced public and private funding for space exploration, further slowing our progress toward becoming a spacefaring civilization. Consider how similar psychological impacts have played out in history. Take the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster in 1986. The explosion, which claimed the lives of 7 astronauts, occurred live on television, leaving an indelible mark on public consciousness. The tragedy not only devastated the families and teams involved, but also shook the confidence of millions worldwide who had placed their hopes in NASA's space program. For years, the agency faced increased scrutiny, tighter budgets, and the growing perception that space exploration was too risky and costly to justify. Progress slowed as the shuttle program was put on hold, and the tragedy became a stark reminder of the challenges inherent in pushing the boundaries of human capability. If Starship were to fail, it could trigger a similar wave of hesitation. Starship isn't just about Mars, it's also designed to revolutionize activities closer to home. Its massive payload capacity could drastically reduce costs for deploying satellites, enabling global internet access, advanced weather monitoring, and critical Earth observation. If Starship fails, these advancements would be delayed, particularly affecting developing nations and rural areas that rely on improved satellite coverage for communication and education. Now let's talk about the possible blessings in disguise. History shows us that setbacks often pave the way for breakthroughs. In the wake of a Starship failure, humanity wouldn't abandon its dreams of space exploration. Instead, we'd innovate, adapt, and persevere. Private companies like Blue Origin and government agencies like NASA and ESA would likely step up their efforts to fill the gap left by SpaceX. Collaborative international missions might become more common as nations pool resources and expertise to overcome technological challenges. While the failure of SpaceX's Starship would undoubtedly be a major blow, it would not spell the end of humanity's journey to the stars. History has taught us that setbacks often ignite innovation and foster resilience. From the ashes of failure, new opportunities and strategies can emerge. Here's how humanity could adapt, pivot, and even thrive in the aftermath of such an event. Space exploration has often been a cooperative endeavor, as evidenced by the International Space Station, ISS, where scientists and astronauts from around the world work together. A Starship failure could spur even greater international collaboration. Governments and private entities may join forces to share resources, reduce costs, and develop alternative technologies to continue pushing the boundaries of space exploration. For instance, the European Space Agency, ESA, has its Ariane program, and China's space agency has been making significant strides in lunar exploration. In the absence of a functional Starship, these programs could partner with NASA and other agencies to accelerate developments in rocket technology and mission planning. Such alliances might even foster the creation of a global space organization, uniting humanity under a shared vision of exploration. While SpaceX has been at the forefront of reusable rocket technology, it is not the only player in the game. Competitors like Blue Origin, Rocket Lab, and even government-backed initiatives have been developing their own spacecraft. A Starship failure could shift attention and investment towards these alternatives. Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket, for example, is designed for heavy payloads and could serve as a stopgap for missions delayed by a Starship setback. Similarly, NASA's Space Launch System, SLS, though less cost-efficient, could become a more prominent solution for deep space missions. Beyond traditional rockets, this moment could also be an inflection point for entirely new approaches to space travel. Concepts like nuclear propulsion, space elevators, or even warp drives, once relegated to the realm of science fiction, might see renewed research and funding. Mars colonization has been a central goal for Starship, but its failure would require rethinking how humanity approaches this monumental task. Instead of relying on a single vehicle, space agencies and companies could explore modular approaches. For instance, multiple smaller rockets could be used to ferry materials and components to Mars, assembling a base in stages rather than transporting everything at once. This modular strategy, while slower, would mitigate the risk of a single-point failure. Another possibility is focusing first on establishing a stronger presence on the Moon. Lunar bases could act as proving grounds for technologies and strategies needed for Mars colonization. By refining these systems closer to home, humanity could ensure greater success when attempting the more ambitious leap to the Red Planet. One of the broader lessons from a Starship failure could be the importance of sustainable development in space exploration. Instead of pursuing rapid milestones, agencies might prioritize incremental, stable progress. For example, developing in-orbit refueling stations or utilizing asteroid mining for building materials could become focal points. These advancements would not only reduce the costs of space exploration, but also create a more robust infrastructure that future missions could rely on. While a Starship failure could be disheartening, it might also serve as a powerful motivator for the next generation of scientists, engineers, and explorers. Challenges often inspire creativity and determination. Educational programs emphasizing STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, could use this as a teaching moment to highlight the importance of perseverance in the face of adversity. Universities, research institutions, and even private companies might see a surge of interest in space-related fields as young minds step up to solve the problems of the future. One of the most profound takeaways from a Starship failure could be the recognition that space exploration is not just a venture for billionaires or a single nation, it is a collective human endeavor. The dream of reaching the stars belongs to everyone, and its pursuit requires diverse perspectives, skills, and resources. Paradoxically, the temporary halt of ambitions for other planets could lead humanity to refocus on Earth. With Mars colonization delayed, there might be greater urgency to address pressing issues on our home planet, such as climate change, resource depletion, and global inequality. The technological advancements developed for space exploration could be repurposed to solve these challenges, improving life for millions. Ultimately, the most valuable lesson from a Starship failure would be the importance of resilience. Humanity has faced setbacks in every era of exploration, from the tragic loss of the Space Shuttle Challenger to the many failed attempts at powered flight before the Wright brothers succeeded. Each failure has been a stepping stone to greater achievements. In the face of adversity, humanity's capacity for innovation, cooperation, and determination has always prevailed. The same spirit that drives us to explore the unknown would ensure that even in the wake of a Starship failure, our dreams of reaching the stars remain alive. The potential failure of SpaceX's Starship might initially seem like a devastating blow to humanity's ambitions in space exploration, but history shows that adversity often acts as a catalyst for progress. Rather than marking the end of interplanetary dreams, it could inspire a more diverse, collaborative, and resilient approach to exploring the cosmos. Failures have always been a part of exploration. The Apollo 1 tragedy, which claimed the lives of 3 astronauts in 1967. The lessons learned from that disaster shaped the safety protocols that eventually took humans to the moon. Similarly, the explosion of the Space Shuttle Challenger in 1986, though heartbreaking, led to critical improvements in shuttle design and operational awareness. Each setback has underscored the importance of perseverance, innovation, and adaptability, qualities that would undoubtedly come to the forefront if Starship were to fail. One significant outcome of such a setback would likely be a broader rethinking of humanity's collective approach to space exploration. A failure of Starship could highlight the dangers of placing too much reliance on a single system or organization. It might galvanize governments, private companies, and international consortia to work together more closely, pooling resources and expertise to develop multiple paths forward. This diversification would reduce risk and create a richer, more competitive environment for innovation. Moreover, the lessons learned from Starship's hypothetical failure could open doors to entirely new technologies. Concepts such as nuclear propulsion, solar sails, and advanced robotics might receive renewed interest and funding. The dream of colonizing Mars could evolve into a multi-pronged strategy where the moon becomes a crucial stepping stone and robotic systems prepare extraterrestrial environments for human habitation. On a broader scale, such a failure could remind humanity of the delicate balance between ambition and sustainability. While the stars beckon, the need to address challenges on Earth, such as climate change, poverty, and resource scarcity, remains paramount. Technologies developed for space could be adapted to solve pressing terrestrial problems, ensuring that progress in one realm benefits the other. In the end, the failure of SpaceX's Starship, while challenging, would not extinguish humanity's drive to explore. It would serve as a reminder of our resilience, creativity, and collective determination to reach for the stars. From the ashes of failure, humanity has always risen, stronger and more united in its quest to expand the boundaries of what is possible.